Hello students, welcome back to course orientation part 3 where we are going to be covering SIMnet. Now in this short video we are going to be covering how to access SIMnet, which is the learning platform where you will be completing all of your assignments for the semester. Okay, this is for my spring 2024 classes. Now we are going to be having quite a cold first week of school, so please stay warm. Make sure you stay updated with all of the news, if classes are being canceled or if we're starting a little bit late. But just make sure that you keep up with all of the announcements that are being posted on the STC webpage, and I'm sure communications are being sent out to students as well. Okay, so that's just a little side note. Stay warm because we are going to be cold this first week of coming back to school for the spring 2024 term. Okay, so now how do we access SIMnet? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit out of here and I'm going to go into the South Texas College webpage. Okay, so let's do that. So, like I stated, there will be announcements posted due to the inclement weather on the top of the STC page. You will find all of the necessary information that you need to stay up to date. Okay, so that is on the STC webpage. Okay, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be logging into Blackboard. Okay, now the course in SIMnet is integrated with my course in Blackboard. Okay, you do not need a code. You do not need anything to access SIMnet for students. Okay, well, all you need is to be able to have access to your Blackboard. Okay, so let's go to your courses for the spring term. Let me go ahead and select spring 2024. You're going to locate my class, computerized accounting applications. Okay. And then boom, you have all of the information. If you reviewed the course orientation video part 2, we go over Blackboard. That has already been covered. What we do have is a whole bunch of modules by week, what we're going to be completing each week. Okay, I'm not going to go over the Blackboard layout. That has been done. But I do want to cover a specific folder under the Start Here tab that is called SIMnet Important Information. Okay. If you click under the SIMnet Important Information, you are going to find links to very useful resources. Okay, so unfortunately, I will not be able to guide you step by step on how to create your account in Cengage because I have an instructor view or instructor access, and I cannot have both instructor and student access. So I cannot show you step by step on how to do it. But if you click on this link, it will provide you with instructions on what you need to do. Student registration for Blackboard with deep integration. My course is integrated with McGraw-Hill SIMnet. Okay, so you do not need any kind of key to be able to go in. All you need to do is be able to click on a link and it'll take you right to it. There's a video here that shows you how to register. So you just basically watch the video. And we also have a whole bunch of tech support. If you are having issues, creating your account or whatever the case might be, McGraw-Hill has phone, email, and live support Monday through Sunday. So you can contact them. So I would keep this information handy. That way you can be able to call them. I like to just pick up the phone and call, but some students like to chat or use, maybe submit a case and then they'll get back with you. Whatever is your personal preference, that is up to you. But this is the support information, so I would take a screenshot of that so you can have that handy at all times. So watch the video. It's very easy to create your account. You're basically just clicking a link and following the instructions provided. Okay. So I'm going to open up the video. That way you can just see it works. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is Ari and I'm a student ambassador with McGraw-Hill. I'm here to tell you a little more about SIMnet, and what you'll get when you register. SIMnet offers you
So watch that short video. They're not very long videos, and that will give you some kind of support. Okay, I'm going to close this one out. And then we have other types of resources like how to complete a SimBook reading assignment, how to complete a project, how to complete a quiz. All of these are important resources, and I'm not going to go over this like in depth with you because the links are there on your time.
Complex topics can be challenging. Highlight the text you want to simplify and let Grammarly rewrite it.
Okay, so these are videos.
Welcome to Randy's office. In this episode, we are going to
So these are videos that were created by McGraw-Hill explaining to students how to complete specific assignments, okay? So those are available, how to complete a reading assignment, projects, and quizzes. Those are the types of assignments you're going to have, okay? So every week you have to read. The reading, the ebook is interactive. As you read, you have to complete tasks. Those tasks need to be completed in order for you to be able to earn a grade. Okay, so please make sure that you are paying attention as you read, and then you're able to complete the actual task embedded within the actual reading assignment. So the reading has to happen first. Then I recommend you do the quiz. The quizzes are multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank kind of questions. Okay, those are the next thing that you would do. And then I would tackle the more complicated projects. Okay, and we have three types of projects. We've got the guided project. In those guided projects, they hold your hand and they tell you what you need to do step by step. Then you have an independent project where you basically practice on your own. And then the third project is an advanced project where it's more of a complex situation covering the material in the text in the chapter. Okay, but go over these resources. Okay, there's an additional information about Microsoft 365, the desktop versus the online version. Okay, we are going to be completing 3 capstone projects, which is basically your exams, and you can earn a badge if you earn a certain grade or above. And those badges, you can basically put them on your resume, on your LinkedIn account. So they're very useful if you are performing very, very high in your specific capstone assignments. Okay. Now, the last 2 links are very important: SIMnet and Blackboard student integration. So these are basically instructions on how the deep integration works. Basically, I've done all of the work for you. I've integrated my course with SIMnet. So you basically go through the instructions. Right here is where we're going to get started. You're going to click on a SIMnet assignment link, which I've already provided. You're going to click launch. It's going to launch it for you. I can guide you all the way through here, but then this step I cannot do it because I already have an account. So after you launch the assignment, you're going to launch it here. A pop-up window is going to open up for you, either to sign in or create an account. This is the last step. Once you complete that you will only be doing one time. Okay, once you create your account, then you're good to go from that point forward. You're going to have access to my account, and then of course if you need technical support, I've got the link for you there. Okay, so this are the instructions for you basically to log in, and I logged out of Blackboard. Let me go back in. So that is how all of the resources I've provided to you under that content folder. Okay, so take your time, go through all of those resources, listen to the videos that are provided, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, now let me go back in there. Okay. So once you review all of that information, and of course you've done everything that I've instructed in course orientation video 1 and 2, which is to review all of the information under the Start Here module, make sure that you print your syllabus and review it and all of that good stuff, and you've reviewed all of the information under the SIMnet important information content folder, you are ready to get started. Well, how do I get started? Very easy. You're going to open your module week 1, okay? So in the module week 1, you're going to have your module overview. Very important that's the first thing that you should open. If you open it up, it's going to tell you what we're going to be doing this week. Okay. Week 1, what are we going to be working on? We're going to be working on Windows, Office, and File Management. Okay. It's an introductory chapter. This is everything that's going to be covered in the chapter. Your to-do list, you're going to read the intro chapter. You're going to review the PowerPoint, which I've provided here. And then these are the assignments that you have to complete for this particular week. You're going to have a syllabus and course orientation quiz in Blackboard. You're going to have your SimBook intro chapter assignment and your quiz for the intro chapter. And everything is due on Sunday. January 21st at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so this outlines exactly what we're going to be doing, what we're covering, the student learning outcomes, the to-do list, the PowerPoint is provided, and the assignment deadlines are included. Okay, once you review this information, then you are ready to begin started. Now, for the first week of class, you do have to complete the syllabus course orientation quiz. This is required for attendance purposes. You are an online class, so I can't really, you're not coming physically to my class, so I need to be able to have a way to track attendance. And the way I'm tracking attendance is by having all students complete a quick 5-question quiz on my syllabus and my course orientation videos, okay? So that's the first thing that you have to complete. Once you're done with that, you can begin working on your weekly assignments. And if you see here the McGraw-Hill logo, all of the items that have that McGraw-Hill logo are basically SIMnet assignments, okay? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be selecting, and let me go ahead and I'm going to show you just to the part where I can, which is where it's going to be launching, because after that I can't proceed anymore because I have another type of access. But all you basically have to do, once this loads, is you're going to have to click on that link, okay? And every content folder is going to have all of the necessary links that you need, okay? So what you're going to do is, okay, I'm getting ready to read the intro chapter, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and select here. On the intro chapter, a little pop-up window is going to open. Make sure that your pop-up, that you allow your pop-up blockers or you enable them. That way, the system can allow you to exit Blackboard and go into SIMnet. Okay, so make sure that you have your pop-up blockers enabled. That way, the system will allow you to do that. So this is going to open up. It gives you the due date of the assignment, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to click the button down here that says launch. Okay, and you're going to launch it. That is where the first time that you do it, it's going to ask you for your to create an account. It's not going to work for me because I'm an instructor, but that is where the next screen would be, where you have to create your account. Okay, so up to there, the only thing difference between me and you is that on that last step where I got that error message, you should get a sign-in page. Okay. Make sure that you use your correct email address, the correct information when setting up your account, and keep that information handy. Okay, so just click on the link for the first time to register. Click on that link, create your account, and then from that point forward, you can just be clicking on the links and the system will take you to the designated assignments. This is how you are going to be accessing your assignments, through here, through Blackboard. Okay, so whatever assignment you want to work on, you just click on it and it will take you to SIMnet and it will open the assignment for you. Okay, now unfortunately, the instructor access is different than the student view access. Okay, and I am recording this lecture before the assignments are opened. I did open a couple of assignments just so I could demonstrate to you how they look on your end. Okay, so I'm going to transition. Once you select the link, the assignment will be opened on SIMnet. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how those assignments look on your end. Okay, so I've opened up 3 types of assignments. That way you can see how they look on the student's end. Okay, so we've got the SimBook assignment. This is where you're going to be reading. Okay, if you click on it, okay, you're going to open SimBook. Okay, and it's going to load the ebook for you. Okay, and you have options up here to print a couple of pages if you want to make the font bigger. Okay, to move back and forth, just move on to, or this to exit the book. Let me see, what is this? Okay, I don't know why that thing is populating there. But there's a button down below and it tells you to scroll to the next page and the next page and the next page. Okay, so you're going to be reading through the content. You're going to be just reading. It's going to have important information, diagrams, where to click, all of this good stuff. Okay, and here we pause. Okay, so you've read all the way up to here. You're going to read. Okay, and then here is where you're going to stop. Okay, Here you have to complete a task. In order for you to be able to earn points, you have to complete whatever task it's asking you. Now you have 3 different attempts, okay? On the first one, the system's going to show you how to do it. Okay. In the second one, the system's going to guide you on how to do it. And then on the third one, the system's going to ask you to do it by yourself. Okay. And you have to complete all 3. So you view it, you practice it, and you apply it. Okay. And then you continue reading. And then you have another one down here. So you need to be on the lookout for these headings down here. Okay. And then you have another one down here. You read, and then you show me, guide me, and let me try. You complete this series of tasks, okay? And then you complete another one, okay? So the ebook is interactive. You're reading and then applying the different tasks. Okay, we're learning a lot of content in this class. So you have to be practicing it, okay? So you're going to read it, and then to see and make sure that you understand, the system's going to show you how to do a specific task. It's going to guide you, and then it's going to leave you on your own so you can do it by yourself, okay? So this is how the ebook is laid out, okay? It has content, it has screenshots, it has very useful information. It has like keys, other ways of doing specific things, so just read over the information, and then you get to apply it in those scenarios. Just make sure that you complete all of those scenarios, okay? So that is the ebook, okay? And all of the ebooks are the same. Okay, now let's see if it allow me to go back. Okay, so that's the SIMbook assignments. You're going to have one for every chapter. Then you're going to have your quizzes, okay? So let's see how the quizzes are, okay? The quizzes, and if you look up here, it has when the assignment starts, when the assignment ends. Okay, here it gives you that the quiz is 10 questions. You have 2 attempts. You have 30 minutes, and you have not started the attempt, okay? So you're going to take the exam. So I recommend you don't do the exam until you've read. Okay, that's why I say first do the SIMbook reading assignment, then do your quiz. Okay, so now it's asking me that I'm going to be taking the first attempt. I agree, and I'm going to start the exam. And then you have your questions, true, false, fill in the blank, multiple choice kind of a thing. Okay, once you're done, and I'm just going to click, I'm not going to even read the examples. I'm just going to click whatever, so you can see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to end the exam. Okay, click submit exam. Okay, I'm going to submit the exam, and then it tells me what I got right and what I got wrong. Okay, so that way I can go back and I can practice. Okay, so you would automatically receive a grade for all of your assignments. As you're completing them, they're being graded. Okay, so that is the quiz. That's how the quizzes look. Very easy, 10 questions, and every student will have a different set of questions. They're algorithmic, okay? So that's the SIMbook, that's the quizzes. Now we go into the projects, and like I said, we have 3 different types of projects. We have the Guide Me project, the Independent project, and the Advanced project, okay? So I'm just going to illustrate to you how the projects look, okay? So when you open up your project, whichever project that you're working on, you are going to have the title of the project, the information on the right hand side of when it's due, and all of that good stuff, okay? And here you select if you're using a Windows or a Mac computer, okay? So I just want to caution you, I have never in my life used a Mac computer because I do not like them. But I know some students really like using those computers. But I also will let you know that from my experience, students using Mac computers or Mac devices have issues because they are not the same as when we're using a regular desktop computer that is not a Mac. Whenever we're using Windows computers, the features in Excel are different than when you're using a Mac computer, okay? But if you have a Mac computer, I've had students work efficiently with some noted differences. Like I said, that is up to you if you do decide to use a Mac device. Now, for some projects, and these are projects basically towards the end of the semester, I believe they begin in chapter 8. You will, chapter 8, chapter 10, you have to use a Windows computer for those two chapters. Okay, so make sure that you plan ahead. Let me see if there's any other ones. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are good. Okay, so it's only chapter 8 and 10 where students will be required to use a Windows computer. Okay, so make sure that you plan either to use a library, a public library, if you're local, to go to an STC library or open lab. Ask a friend or family member for a Windows computer on when covering chapters 8 and 10. Okay, so whatever is it that the type of computer you have, whether it be a Windows or a Mac, you select here. Okay, and then the files will change depending on your selection. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to download the files. It says click the start file link, then complete the project using the instructions below. Okay, so you're going to click on the start file. Okay, and it's going to download it for you. Okay, you're going to save the file, and then you're going to start working with this file. Okay, now you're going to complete these steps. Okay, so it says that you're a staff member at Blue Lake Sporting Goods and you're going to prepare a monthly sales worksheet. All of the projects here are related to business. You're going to be doing worksheets, analysis, all of these other things related to business, which is excellent because that way you can see how this applies to the real world scenario. So in this case, we're doing a monthly sales worksheet. You're going to need the file Blue Lake XLXX, okay, available from the start here file. So that's the file that we need, Blue Lake, which we've already downloaded. Okay. You're gonna name it your name and then Blue Lake, just like it states here. You're gonna follow these instructions. Okay, this is what you're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna do step by step. And because this is a guide me, or this is an independent project, you still have as you're completing them, you mark them off. Now it has a reader. This is basically if you have some form of disability, the reader is here for you. But if not, if you can read, you can just read the instructions and mark them off as you're completing them. Okay, so that way you don't forget anything. Okay, so you're going to complete all of these steps. Okay, and then you're going to save and close the workbook once you're done doing everything that they tell you that you need to do. Okay, and then you're going to upload the file with all of the changes that you've made having to do with all of these steps. Okay, you're going to upload it into this step. Okay, you're going to upload your file that is going to be named your name dash blue lake dash 01.xlx. Okay, you're going to upload your file. Once you've uploaded it, then you're going to grade your file. Okay, now the system will track everything that you've done on your file. Okay, if you've copied the file from another student, the system will detect it and it will mark a 0 on it. Okay, so it is very important that you do not copy, that you do not use someone else's file, that you do the work by yourself. Okay, and you can always refer back to your book, to your SIMbook chapter that you're working on. You can repractice the different skills that are being offered during the text, so you can get more practice on specific items that you're struggling with. You can ask questions. I'm here, I'm available. The key is to first read the chapter carefully. Make sure that you read and you complete all of the tasks within the chapter. To make sure that you download the correct file, you save your files, and that you do not miss any steps. Okay, I've had so many students miss 1 or 2 steps, and that causes everything or a lot of items to be incorrect from that point forward. So it's very imperative that you either print this out, or as you're completing them, you mark them off. That way, okay, I've already applied this, I've already done this. You know what? I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to skip it and I'm going to go over here if you can. I don't know. So whatever the case might be, mark them off as you're working on them. Okay. You complete all of the steps outlined. You save your work, save and close your workbook, and then you upload it. You upload your file, and then you grade your file. You will get a report for the items that you get incorrect, telling you what you got incorrect, what you got correct, and voila, you're done. Okay, you'll get a grade if you do well. That's great for you. If you didn't do so well, you want to do the second attempt, go back, look at what you got wrong, fix it, and then resubmit it. Okay, so these are how the projects look like. All of the projects, it starts with the download file. You get the files, you work on the instructions provided, the different items that you need to complete. Once you're done, you save your file, you upload it, and then you grade it. Okay, and you will automatically get a grade. Okay, so those are the types of projects that you're going to get. Okay, so for example, for week 1, you will not have any projects. Week 1 does not have projects, but week 2 does have projects. Week 2 has a guided project, an independent project, and an advanced project. Okay, so you're going to have 3 projects to complete. And all of these 3 projects will entail content from chapter 1. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to start off by doing the reading assignment. That's why I put it first. Then you're going to do your quiz. Okay, and then you begin with the harder work, which is your projects. Please go in order. First do the guided project, then do the independent project, then do the advanced project. Okay, so every week you have all of the links. All you have to do is click on whatever item you want to work on, and it will take you to the assignment on SIMnet. Okay, so everything has been pre-built for you. So let me see. And then, for example, on week 6, you're going to have a project, which is going to be for exam 1. You have the link to your assignment right here. Okay, so you don't have to search anywhere. Everything is in the content folder for that specific week. That's why it's very important that you read the syllabus, print it out, and keep it handy. That way you know. Let's go ahead and go into the syllabus under instructor resources, Concourse syllabus. That way you know exactly what you need to do each week. So there should be no excuse. Miss, I forgot. Miss, I don't know. Miss, nothing. Okay, everything is covered in your syllabus. Okay, so please print it out. Okay, so the syllabus is here. You've got my contact information. Okay, what we're going to be doing. It explains the different projects that we're going to be working on. How you're going to be graded. Remember, I grade on a 1,000 point scale. Okay, so this is your grading. Exams are worth 30%, quizzes 10%, advanced projects 20%, independent projects 15%, guided projects 10%, and the reading assignments 15%. Okay, there is a 20 late submission penalty. I recommend that all students do their assignments within the allotted time frame, but I know things happen. So if you have to complete an assignment late, just know that there will be a 20% late penalty, okay, deducted from your total grade. So you're basically only going to be able to earn, if you get a perfect score, 80% of the total grade, okay? So I have a breakdown here by week, how many points you can earn every week and the assignments that will be completed every week, okay? I've got information about the textbooks and resources. Okay, you need high-speed internet, all of the good stuff. Pop-up blockers must be disabled. Make sure that you do that. You add simnetonline.com so that way the sites allow SIMnet to run. Okay, so the pop-up blocker must be disabled. Okay, that way the pop-ups work. Okay. You have all of the necessary resources, attendance. Make sure this is an online class. I will not be seeing you in person, but make sure that you stay active. You know, I review your grades. I review your participation. I have never done it before, but effective spring of 2024, if I see students are not completing their assignments, I will go ahead and drop them. Okay. So per the STC policy, faculty may drop a student prior to the withdrawal deadline when the faculty determines that the student will be unable to successfully complete the course. So if I see that 5 weeks have passed by and you have not completed a single assignment, I will drop you. Okay. So and to be clear, I will drop you and I will not allow you to get reinstated into my course. If something is happening in your life, you need to communicate with me immediately. Okay, not just stop participating or completing your assignments. That is not acceptable. You communicate with me, I work with you. That's simple. Okay. We get to the next topic, which is a topic outline. This is where it tells you exactly what we're going to cover every single week. So there is no excuse of what is going to be done. Everything is outlined in your syllabus. Okay, so print it out. Okay, so these are just disclosures. Some additional items. I've got information about what SIMnet is. Okay, so it's basically just a learning management platform where you're going to be completing your assignments. It gives you a whole bunch of information about SIMnet, how to purchase it. You can purchase the SIMnet Access online, or you can purchase it at the bookstore and they'll give you a code. Students get a 14-day temporary free access. Okay, so there is no excuse for you not to begin working on your assignments from day one. All students have access to the ebook from day one. Okay, so or to the ebook and to all of the assignments and resources from SIMnet from day one. So you have 2 weeks of free trial. After that, you must make the purchase to continue with the access. Okay, so you can purchase from SIMnet or you can purchase from the bookstore. Okay. I provided you with the technical and support information, their phone number, their hours of operation if you need to contact them, and some best practices for the projects. Okay, please read over this information. Okay, very important to always follow the instructions. Okay, always begin with the project under the start file. Okay, do not start using a file that you created yourself. That's not how it works. They provide you the start file. You download it and you save it, and then you start doing the different steps that you're being asked of in that file. Make sure to use the correct version of Microsoft Office software to complete your project. Always use a single space after punctuation at the end of a sentence. Do not use 2 spaces. And just a whole bunch of information. So just review all of this information. Everything is provided in your syllabi. Okay. So that is basically it. Make sure that you review the SIMnet important information folder where you have a wealth of resources that you can review. Okay. To access my course or the different assignments in my course for SIMnet, you just simply click on the link and it will take you there. Okay. That's all you have to do. Click on the link. If you have any questions, if you're having issues, please communicate with me. If you're getting an error message, send me a screenshot so I can take a look at it. If it's an issue with like an error message on your computer, I am not like tech support. I can help you with the actual content of the assignment. But if you're getting some type of error message, then you would need to contact SIMnet support so they can assist you with interfacing your computer. Maybe sometimes they go in there and they clear your cookies or whatever the case might be. You will need to contact them. But if you're having an issue, notify me. Miss, I cannot log in. I've tried this. I'm getting this error message. I'm going to call SIMnet support. That way I know that you are having problems. And maybe I can help you resolve them if possible. And if not, well, I'll let you know. You know what? Proceed to contacting SIMnet support. This issue is out of my hands. Okay? So that is basically it for this short orientation. Please stay up to date with all of your assignments. Please stay warm. It's very, very cold out there. It's going to be cold for a couple of days here. So stay warm. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful spring 2024 semester. And if you have questions or concerns, do not hesitate to either call me, message me, send me a Blackboard message, an email, a Pronto message, or if you need to see me, schedule an appointment for you can see me during my office hours. Okay, so that is it. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.